La reciente edición de la Conferencia Anual de Gráficos por Computadora, Siggraph, se realizó el pasado mes de agosto en la ciudad de Colorado, en Denver, así que nos lanzamos a ver las novedades que la industria tiene para nosotros. Entre las cosas a destacar y que suceden a lo largo de toda la semana del evento, fue sin duda el tener una plática con Yangos Hadjiyannis, director del Teatro de Realidad Virtual, que es un sitio donde se presenta trabajos de todo el mundo y que son de lo mejor en este ramo, ya que los asistentes tienen la oportunidad de vivir una experiencia inigualable. Imagínate 36 personas compartiendo el mismo set virtual, es una locura, pero dejemos que él mismo nos platique al respecto.
Hi, I'm Yangos Hadjiyannis. I'm the VR Theater Director for Siggraph VR Theater 2024. We built this beautiful space around here with 36 headsets, all interconnected, to have one of the world's most connected collective experiences of VR narratives. So we spent the last year curating all these pieces. We have an on-rails show for like 50 minutes with one movie coming after the other, designed in a way to invoke the best emotions when watching VR narratives. So I'm the VR Theater Director of the show. I, with my team, created all these virtual worlds, and especially a mixed reality world where you put on the headset and you see this mixed reality garden all around you. And there's like little breaks in between each piece, almost like a palette cleanser, where you can actually interact with the magical garden. And if you see here this tree, this is a tree that is used to anchor the Siggraph logo in the center and concentrate everybody in the center, almost like a ritual of VR.
¿Cómo empezó este fascinante proyecto?
Yeah, so we were lucky to work with Ringling College, with the students of Ringling College, which co-developed the virtual world with us, and myself and my subcommittee of 5 people joined the Ringling sort of college students to create this holistic experience. And then we also worked with jurors of Siggraph that decided the pieces that were going to go into the whole show. In 2018, I was contacted by a member of Siggraph telling me, because my background is a creative director. I've been designing a lot of spaces, particularly in spaces between virtual and real worlds. So something that you see virtual and connects in a meaningful way with a physical space. So I was kind of called to reimagine what this VR theater space is. It used to be just a room with headsets, and I was like, no, we have to bring back the theater in the space. So we designed the whole space to feel more like a show. All the logistics, the spaces between the people that are sitting in the seats, the lighting, all the logistics on the software that runs everything behind it. We've been slowly building it, and since 2018, the VR Theater has become one of the more known programs of Siggraph. So, and we're part of the Computer Animation Festival, so all our pieces are considered nominees for Oscars.
¿Qué retos se presentaron para este evento?
I think the VR Theater is one of the more challenging programs of Siggraph because there's so many layers, from the technical to the logistical to the human level, and all has to work really well. And VR still is not a fully mainstream media, so you have to. A lot of our users that come here are first-time VR users, even in 2024. So we have to always design for those first-time users. We are also running all these headsets at the same time, so networking them, making sure that there's no bugs, and all works cohesively as much as possible is always a challenge. We always find little things to fix, but we love that. We love to learn, especially also it gives us a fantastic opportunity to see how real people work with this technology, and we observe really hard to see where they have difficulties in and adapt the software to match that. So, and then we also give feedback back to the contributors that we showcase their films and tell them like any things that they could improve. So they really appreciate that. Another thing about the pieces that's quite unique about the VR theater is we are unique in the world in a sense that in 5 days we showcase almost 1,000 pieces. So if you are a contributor and you're part of the show, you know that 1,000 people have watched your film, which is unheard of in any other festival around the world that does VR exhibitions. So we're really proud of that exposure, and also this collective feeling of everybody being part of something larger, I think really makes the VR theater stand out.
¿Quiénes forman parte de tu equipo?
I love working with the students because they see where the future is coming. They're more open to trying out new things, and our world is in 3D. Okay, why shouldn't our content be? So they understand that when they work in VR, or when they especially students who love movies and they love video games, VR is a beautiful conversion engine that kind of puts these two worlds together, because you're not only watching a movie, you're part of it, and your interactions and what you do sometimes in some experiences affects the story. So it's a beautiful medium to be in, and so the new generation that has had the exposure to films and video games and can see where they marry, and we think a little bit how to do the interfacing, how to think about spatial interfaces, and how you create a story that makes sense spatially, is one of the new frontiers, and I hope more and more young people are part of it, and I want to facilitate that new generation.
¿Qué opinas de la inteligencia artificial para la realidad virtual en el futuro?
I find VR and AI are a perfect couple to get married, because if you remember, if you are a fan of Star Trek, for example, the dream is for us to all kind of go into this holodeck environment. So imagine me wearing a headset, telling it, hey, I want to go to Spain and meet Picasso. So AI would generate the environment, it would generate the Picasso's character, and maybe then you draw a painting and then you ask Picasso, hey, how is my painting? So VR becomes the interface for AI, a meaningful interface for AI, where you get transported and feel all these scenarios and fantasies and stories, where in a way that you couldn't do with any other medium. So I think it's primed to combine with AI to take it to a level that we've never experienced, as well as VR is a context machine as well, because it has all these cameras on all the time, so it will start understanding the environment around us and then create this contextual awareness and digital artifacts around things in a way that makes sense to amplify our lives. Like, I've been using one of the new generation headsets for a while now, the Apple Vision Pro, for example, and I have all these interfaces in front of my office when I work. I have them in my living room and I have them in my room. And then in the end of the day, when I take off my headset, my brain misses those floating interfaces. So I think almost like we're kind of ready to live in a world that has a digital layer to it that amplifies the world. Does it come with some maybe dangers or addiction? Like, could it be addictive? I could see that as well. But like every technology, we have to be really thinking about the implications of it and seeing what we can do to protect from the negative effects.
Extendemos una enorme felicitación a Yangos y a todo su equipo, ya que lo que han logrado crear es simplemente increíble. No olvides dar like al video y seguir el canal, ya que tu apoyo es el mejor estímulo que tenemos para seguir dándote contenido como este. Estamos en contacto.
Ihaksi.